G'day, this is Simon and James at a perfect Southeast Cars and Coffee. Have a look at the weather here. Last week it was raining. This week, absolutely perfect. Mate, there's a ton of great cars have turned out. Everybody obviously wants to get out today. What have you seen?
It is an awesome car show today. We have so many cool things. We have a ton of R8s, ton of 720s, a ton of Aventadors. I mean, it is just a pretty bonkers weekend. We have, I think, a Gen 2 Ford GT rolling in any second, ton of BMWs. I mean, it is an awesome, awesome weekend.
Yeah, I've seen this beautiful carbon fibre Gen 1 CAMARO that we've had here before that's been car of the week. And I saw this Lamborghini pull in before that is this orange that, what's the colour did you say?
Laurentio Exanto.
It is the most beautiful colour I have ever seen on a car. So please make sure to talk about that because I just absolutely love it. And don't forget, if you come to Southeast Cars and Coffee, please remember, respect our rules. No speeding, no revving, no burnouts. That includes on the streets of San Clemente and getting it on off the freeway. All right, mate, let's go for a walk and check some stuff out.
Let's do it. Starting off for the exotics row, we have this beautiful Viola Pacife Huracan STO. This thing is absolutely stunning. Tons of options. Absolutely love the exposed carbon. This actually has the gloss carbon, which was an option that you had to wait quite a while for because there was such a back order on it. But this thing is absolutely lovely. Akrapovic exhaust. I don't know if there's anything else done to it. He does need a supercharger though. Two beautiful side-by-side McLarens. First off is a 570S with a full 1016 kit, and then next to it is an absolutely wild Liberty Walk 720S. This thing is absolutely crazy. I think this is the same gray one that we'd seen before right around SEMA time, now rewrapped in a beautiful purple color. See those massive wide Rohanas on it, that crazy active wing. This thing is absolutely killer. Here we have an absolutely beautiful 991.1 GT3 RS finished in lava orange, one of the launch colors of this car. This thing is beautiful. I love the silver wheels. Creates such an awesome contrast with the orange. Of course, you have those bucket seats on the inside, tons of carbon as well. Orange Alcantara all over the interior. What an awesome car. Here we have that beautiful orange Huracan STO. You can see this one is option to the nines. We have carbon everywhere, exposed carbon trim, exposed carbon lip, and then this is a newer model, so it has these magnesium wheels, these beautiful bronze finish to them. Tons of carbon on the inside. You can see it has the beautiful orange accents as well. I mean, this thing is perfect. Absolutely love it. Here we have a crazy Viper GTS. I've never seen this color in person before. I think this is one of those launch colors that they used for the Viper, this crazy bright green, but it is perfect. You can see it has a brown interior as well. Super, super tasteful. Love this spec. Here we have another 992 GT3 RS. This is the first one that we've had at the show, finished in black. You can see it's a non-YSAC car, so it doesn't have those buckets. But I love, love, love the spec on this. All murdered out. You can see it has the beautiful bronze wheels. Center locks, of course. Very nice. Here we have a 992 GT3 Touring. This thing is absolutely beautiful. I think it might be Oslo blue. You can see the gorgeous silver wheels. Bucket seats with the really nice inserts. Of course, it's a 6-speed manual, carbon roof. This thing is absolutely perfect.
It is insanely busy this morning. We've actually closed off the lot because we're full. We've closed off the supercar lot because there's so many supercars we can't fit anymore. The overflow lot, tons of stuff going on. This, for example, this is one of the new Ford Ranger Raptors. Now, if you're an Aussie watching this show, you've seen these before. The Ranger is basically all they have. They don't have the F-150 available as readily as we do over here, so we don't see the full-size Raptor. This is what they call a Raptor in Australia. There's all sorts of interesting stuff here. Little Mitsubishi there, Corvette there. Over this side, some interesting stuff as well. Nice Lambo sitting over here. Beautiful green, huh? Next to a little Lotus. And then next to that, we've got a Noble, which we've looked at before. So pretty cool seeing this number of cars in the lot, huh? Nice looking Bronco here, very cool. Looks good. And then over here, a sled, have a look at this thing. Love those caddy hubcaps on it, but what a cool look. Absolutely slammed. Of course, the sled design really made famous by Sylvester Stallone's movie Cobra But hey, isn't this thing absolutely brilliant? Tell the weather's nice, motorcycles are out in force. Have a look through here. So many again, right through the front and then down over this side. Have a look at this, just absolutely huge. Nice looking AMC Javelin over here. Couple of nice cars here side by side. First of all, this beautiful Mustang running at, well, it says 289. I don't necessarily believe that's the case. Have a look at that, running a Paxton supercharger in there. Very, very cool. Look at the classic old blow-off valve on the side there. This thing pulled in, this beautiful 69, running a big block. This thing sounds absolutely super tough. Big horsepower car, I could hear just by the way that was pulling in, but it's super neat under the hood as well. Nice looking wheels, it's got Willwood brakes on it. Really nice looking interior, nice shifter in there, and then massive rubber on the back. Have a look at that. It's just very, very cool. So, as I said, some cool cars here in the overflow lot. Hey, this thing's pretty cool. Slam truck. Have a look at it. It's just in the weeds. I love the fact it's saying Cummins power as well. So obviously got a diesel in it. Well, and then a telltale. Have a look at the black out of the exhaust. And then it's got the canopy on the back like old farm truck from Street Outlaws. This thing is super cool. Nice seats in it, racing harnesses. This is a sleeper. Rob, S2000's over here. Great little car. This one I noticed from afar. Look at this supercharger and this really nice kit, obviously. Cool thing about putting a supercharger on these is they're an incredible motor. They rev really, really high. Decent horsepower, but very, very low torque. But that's the trade-off when you get a motor that revs. So throw a supercharger on it and all of a sudden you're overcoming that. So this thing's pretty cool. Interesting front fenders and everything on it, and a massive wing on the back and roll cage as well. Pretty cool, huh?
That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going.
Have a look at this beautiful C2 Corvette. This thing's magnificent. Beautiful gunmetal grey. This is a resto mod, which means under the hood, what I love is it kind of looks authentic, but that's of course an LS running a high-rise manifold. These coil covers over here, which are all billet, which looks super cool. Check out the interior, wonderful trimmed seats in leather. But even though the instrumentation looks new, it still looks period correct. It still looks like it belongs there, which I really love when people do that. It's a beautiful car, wonderful looking wheels. Really good brakes on there as well, decent sized brakes. So this is a great car, and yet they've kept those side pipes as well. So love seeing cars like this, really, really nice. Next to it, of course, while I'm sitting there, I really should talk about this wonderful car and the wonderful man that owns it, this beautiful Chevy. So many cool things, running an LS3, but interesting things. Notice the join's gone out of the windshield, but the other thing too about this truck, this belongs to a guy called Ira who was just sitting there. See this back window? They normally came to here, but he had that extended to make it the same height as those side windows. And then my favourite thing about this truck, he didn't want the handles and the chains dangling there. Have a look at this, built in with the patina. Push the button and you can open the tailgate. Push the button and you can close the tailgate. Super cool truck. There's actually a few of them through here. Another one here, two of them the same sort of colour, which is really good. So this one also running an LS. And then next to it, looks to me like, let's have a look, a small block Chevy in that one. So 3 different takes on a great old classic Chevy truck. Love the 69 Camaro. This has been a previous car of the week winner, apart from the fact that, well, what have we got? Supercharged LT under there. Look at this. The entire thing is actually made from carbon fibre. This is not a carbon over metal. This is the whole body, the whole construction, the entire thing made out of carbon. It is absolutely beautiful. From the beautiful spoiler at the back, the bumper, everything on this car is absolutely pristine. Wonderful interior, and it's still keeping that sort of classic gauge cluster and yet modern gauges. Wonderful interior, those Sparko racing harnesses in there. And yet really nice things like, look at the mirrors. I mean, they could have gone for a carbon mirror and said they went for something just not to sort of overdo the carbon. A really good looking car, well worth a watch if you want to go back and watch our previous car of the week.
Yeah.
Another previous car of the week winner here. This car belongs to Stephen, who's standing over here. This amazing little GTI running a 5-cylinder turbo pipe out the top, which is huge. He actually built this for SEMA, but the really interesting thing about this car, notice how wide the wide body is. Well, Stephen's actually taken this car, built the design of a wide body out of foam, sanded it back, got the shape, done a 3D scan, and then 3D printed all this wide body kit that you can see over here. I think it's like 4 or 5 inches wider per side than a standard GTI. He's got a new motor being built at the moment for it, which is going to be even better, even faster. A motor out of basically the Golf Type R. But an incredible car with incredible attention to detail. He's actually putting these kits into full production, so anybody who has this era of GTI can do it. I mean, look at these amazing wheels on this thing. So much rubber on it. And then I love this bare stripped interior. Yeah, exposed shifter, you can see there, handbrake, exposed pedal box. Very basic steering column, but digital instrumentation. And then the roll cage integrated through the entire thing. There's like a cargo barrier there to keep it separated from the fuel cell, which is here. But this whole thing is tied in with this amazing roll cage. Incredible car. Make sure to go back and check this out as car of the week. And then next to it, not to be outdone, beautiful Ford GT sitting here. Love the fact that these key things came out with a supercharger, but such a great car, and they were really such a great tribute to the original GT40. GT40, of course, got its name by the fact it was 40 inches high. These were a little bit higher, so they couldn't call it that. But when you look at one of these next to original GT40, you can absolutely see the lineage from one to the other. One of the things I think you can honestly say about this car, the GT40 still to this day is a car that does not look outdated. It's a beautiful, beautiful car. This thing came out and it was enough of a tribute, I guess, that retro look back to it. It still looks amazing, even though these things have been around for a while. So great car, only going up in value, which is excellent, and always great to see them at the show.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we're gonna light it up tonight.
If you're like me and you watch shows like Street Outlaws, for example, you'll hear them use the term small tyre, big tyre. Small tyre refers up to about a 28-inch high and around about 10 inches wide. This here, this is not small tyre, this is big tyre, and I think the testimony to the fact it's big tyre, have a look under the back. This is not fair if you are an ant or an insect crossing the road. Your likelihood of survival is extremely low. Absolutely amazing. Couple of nitrous oxide bottles back there, fuel cell, couple of batteries in the trunk, look like Optima batteries. Gauge cluster, shift light there. This thing is absolutely super tough. And then under the hood, 496 big block. Pretty cool, huh? Oh, next to it, should point this out too, regular here at the show. Love this. Beautiful Ford. Have a look at that wonderful flathead V8. I love seeing these classic hot rods like 32s and 34s, etc., with flathead V8s because it just looks so authentic. The twin carbs on it, next to a little Porsche Speedster and Mini, and so on. There's so many great cars this morning.
No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know.
Saw this F100 come in. Man, this thing is so beautiful, so much attention to detail. Love the colour scheme, sort of two-tone colour scheme there. Love the fact that it's got this sort of charcoal grey around the headlights, the front bumper. Beautiful wheels, just wonderful brakes in there. This thing, wonderful looking interior, and then slammed in the weeds. And one of the reasons they can do that, obviously, is this subframe underneath, which is so incredibly neat. Baller mufflers back there. Looks like a big 9-inch built in there. This thing is absolutely wonderful on every angle. And then under the hood, a little bit of magic happening right under there. This is running a Coyote with a 3-litre Whipple supercharger on it. So this thing will be making decent power. It's a really nice looking setup and just super clean. I love the fact that it looks like it could have come from the factory this way. Really, really nice. Fat Fender garage build. So if you are a diplomat in Asia, Japan, China, places like that, you're not going to typically drive a Mercedes or a BMW or an Audi. This is the kind of car you're going to drive. Have a look at this. Curtains in the back. I'm sure they're electrically operated as well. This is a Century. Pretty cool, huh?
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air.
For all those rotary fans out there, have a look at this. A couple of RX-7s. Two side by side, two different generations. This is kind of like the last generation, which is kind of sad. I have heard they are bringing it back, but I believe it's going to be electric. So they're, or maybe a hybrid with electric with rotary. I've also heard rumours of that as well, which would be super cool. There was something about this car, had such a cult following. It was a great looking car. It was a really great performing car. And the thing I loved about it the most is the sound. I can hear these things when they pull in. They've got such a distinctive sound. They're a great looking car. This one's lovely. Lots of carbon fibre, lots of aero on it. Roll cage in it, big aero on the back. Nice looking wheels. Very nice to see. Sweet looking 32 Ford here. Isn't this clean? Love the colour, love the wire wheels in that sort of contrasting colour, and then the interior which ties in back to the same colour again. Really simple tack and instrumentation with that sort of knurled look there. This is a really clean build. Love the signage on the side. Great seeing something like this.
Watching where I step still, hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall, fear I wait.
So this is cool to see. We've got a Demon sitting here, great car. This one's got the drag pack on it, skinnies on the front, drag radials on the back. These came, I think, with a Nitto 555R soft compound drag radial. Next to it though, this is the Demon 170. This is the yellow eye basically. This is already from the factory running those same Mickey Thompson ET Street R's that this one's now got running on it. What a great thing for Dodge to turn around and go, hey, this is our last hurrah for the internal combustion engine. Let's do something over 1,000 horsepower. So 1,020 horsepower, E85 I believe. So as an indication on my Camaro, if I run it on 91, I'm about 100 horsepower lower than if I run it on E85, which puts me just a little bit more horsepower than these things. So it's not an easy thing to do to make a car over 1,000 horsepower. More importantly, I don't know how they make it reliable and offer a warranty on something that's over 1,000 horsepower. All kudos to these guys, because I know how unreliable my Camaro was once I got over that mark. So these guys have done some incredible engineering to be able to achieve that.
That is it for a very busy South OC Cars and Coffee. Thank you guys all so much for coming out. Please remember, if you're coming to the event, respect our rules: no revving, no speeding, and no burnouts. That includes, of course, on the property, driving through the streets of San Clemente, and then getting on and off those freeways. I want to say a huge thank you to all the sponsors for making this event possible. We have the Bracketeer, Way Marketing, Meguiar's, Polestar, PDM Brands, Next Level Auto Protection, Happy Jewelers, Reviver, Carbon-tastic, Mountain View Adventure Vehicles, and then Alpha Towing as well. Then I want to say a huge thank you to all the volunteers for helping us out each and every week. We could not put on this event without you guys. If you want to become a volunteer, hit us up on Instagram at South OC Cars and Coffee Merch. So we handle all the volunteer rostering, and then while you're over there, check out some of our new merchandise. We have hats, hoodies, t-shirts, lanyards, everything that you guys could possibly want. And then if you are volunteering at South OC Cars and Coffee, you get to bring your car in before 8:30, and then Ruby's Diner does provide a free coffee and donut, helping us out as well. Yeah, big thank you to Ruby's for doing that and also feeding the masses while they're there. And a big thank you to the Outlets of San Clemente for allowing us to be here. Remember, if you need to do any shopping, go to a restaurant, grab a coffee, go to the movies, go to the Outlets, tell them South OC Cars and Coffee sent you. Well, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. We'll see you back here next week for another South OC Cars and Coffee. Thank you guys.